got some papers to give to you people.
It is clammy, bro.
Be quiet.
It is clammy? Is that what you said? What'd you say? I'm telling you, baby. Let's see.
Oh. Things. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Oof.
It's only one quiz.
Donovan, are you nearsighted or farsighted?
Huh?
Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
If it's small right there and it's like right here, I can read.
So you're nearsighted.
Yeah, I always mix it up too, like if it's what you can see or what you can't see.
Yeah.
I
I
am
Crazy.
farsighted.
so you can't see probably.
I look like a boomer. I look like a boomer. I'm like, what?
What?
I know. And then I just, dude, I've started doing the knee slap laugh.
That's so funny.
It's so bad.
That was astonishingly loud.
Yeah.
So sad. Maybe. Like when I'm nude, I will laugh like a dying doggy. I'll also cough like a dying doggy.
Some people are oversharers.
Not really, I'll hear it eventually.
Mr. Sean, can I have a whole bunch?
No. But you can borrow the hole punch that's up there if you want.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, so it's like, okay, if I hold it like right here, I
Nearsighted.
can see it, but if I put it too close, my eyes go like,
Well, yeah, that's what anyone does. I can't read it if I'm like this.
but I can only see it if it's like right here, so it's like
Yeah.
a specific area.
Oh, it's baby. Oh, it's baby, little baby. Look at this baby.
That went down.
Yeah, maybe you should use the actual.
Have you never used a hole punch before?
No, I have. The whole
Oh, wow.
That's not a very good hole punch, but whose is this?
What?
Whose handwriting is this?
Who knows? You teacher?
Whoa.
That's not mine.
I put my name on mine.
I did not put my name on it. I don't know.
That is the time to stop.
What? Okay.
I had to stop for like 3 seconds. Whoever right there is,
Look, there's another name
that's Numbison.
attached to a person.
It's so broken.
Okay.
You mind if I break it?
Are there any questions on any of the quizzes I gave back? Let's start there.
Yes.
I don't think so.
One thing is that every time you leave, I lose every contact and pictures. Is it you have
I think this person is a bot.
What person?
It's a very strange scam.
Why?
You want to see Gavin?
Oh, viewer box?
No.
Get it, Gavin?
Somebody said we did have questions on the quiz, but then they didn't say any more words after that. Do we have questions on the quiz or not?
Yes.
Okay, which one? On which lesson?
Can you do 3?
On which lesson?
When you guys do.
Okay. Yeah, we could do 3 on 1-6. That would be totally fine.
I don't think there was a number 3 on
1-6.
1-6. Okay, so 1-6, we're supposed to find the independent and dependent variables for each relation. And it says increasing the temperature of a compound inside a sealed. There's a lot of confusion on number 3. A lot of people that said things, various things were variables that were not, in fact, variable. They were just words in the sentence. So let's hit it. Let me start over. Increasing the temperature of a compound inside a sealed container increases the pressure inside a sealed container. So what things are changing in this problem?
The heat and the pressure.
Temperature is changing and the pressure is changing, right? Temperature is changing and the pressure is changing. So which one is causing the other one to change? The temperature is causing the pressure to change. So the temperature is the independent and the pressure is the dependent. Any other questions from the quizzes I gave back? Okay, let's do today's lesson on functions. What numbers did we do?
We did 44.
Okay.
Evens.
Number 20. What?
The Zelda.
Number 20 is yes, because for each input there's exactly one output. Number 22 is no. No, because the domain the domain value -5 is paired with both 3 and 5. You could say that differently, of course. But number 24 is also no, because when x equals 4, y equals 4, and y equals 6. Number 26a is the set of ordered pairs that looks like the table. So 2011, 175,600, 2012, 180,300, 2013, 208,000. 26b is a graph. We can look at it more closely if we want. You just have quadrant 1, and it's got 3 dots up in here, right? We can do more than that if we need to. 26c is the domain is the year, and the range is the median home price, and yes, it is a function. 28 is no. 30 is no. 32 is yes. What did we go through? 48?
44.
44. Okay. We should have gone through 48. That's fine. Number 34 is -15. Number 36 is -6. Number 38 is -10. Number 40 is 36m squared minus 30m. Number 42 is -2r minus 7. Number 44 is 3n squared plus 15n.
Why I didn't do 44? Did you say put
N.
I did
What
44.
questions do we have? We could do number 44. Sure.
I think you skipped the answer to 22.
I don't know whether that's true or false, but the answer to 22 is no.
No, he did say it.
The domain value -5 is paired with both 3 and 5. Number 44. We're supposed to find 3 times g of n. Okay. I cannot stress enough when we hit function notation. I cannot stress this enough. I had a student in Algebra 2 make this mistake. They didn't have me for Algebra 1, but still. This is not multiplication. This is g of n. So if you're solving something or whatever, when we're doing one of the things where you were substituting stuff in, you're not going to like divide, right? This is not multiplication. This is 3 times the whole function, right? But this is not. This is function notation. We know the difference by context, right? Okay, so 3g of n. So when you know what g of n is, we go back up to the instructions and figure out that g of n is something, let's see, x squared plus 5x. So what are we going to do? No, we're not.
And then put
X.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess we can put the parentheses where the variables are, but there's more to it than that on this particular problem. What does that mean?
oh, put it all in square brackets. Yeah. And then put the we can what is it?
What's going to go in the parentheses? I'll come back and you can finish that thought in a second. What's going to go in the parentheses? In.
Then
This is g of x. 3 times that whole schmagoigle. What are we going to do to simplify now?
N squared is N.
N squared is n squared. N squared is n squared.
Oh, I just thought you changed it to N.
No, because n and n squared are two very different things.
So 5N
Because n is just n squared is n times n. Now what? Let's go ahead and deal with that. That's fine. We're stuck in PEMDAS world, which is fine because some of us are still having problems with PEMDAS occasionally. So that's fine. Let me move this out of the way. So n squared is n squared. Those parentheses, do they do anything?
no.
No. Okay. N squared is n squared. Great. What's 5 times n? 5n. Great. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
You say my dead Aunt Sally.
My dear Aunt Sally. But if you remember it better by saying my dead Aunt Sally, sure. But my dear Aunt Sally is the acronym that people use.
I think my dead Aunt Sally.
If you want to be like edgy and modern, what would that be? Probably in like third wave feminist. That's right. And you could say my deadly Aunt Sally. You know. If you want to go that route, however you remember it, multiplication, division, go on the same thing, and then addition, subtraction. That's the point, right? We don't care. We don't really care about what D word describes Sally, just that it stands for division. Okay, what now? We should distribute that 3. Okay, so I'm going to pause. I'm glad you said that out loud. Thank you for that. No, we can't combine those. Why not? They're not like terms. That one's an n squared and that one's just an n, right? So we can't combine them. But we can distribute the 3. What's 3 times n squared? 3n squared. What's 3 times 5n? 15n, that's true.
So why don't you add 3N squared? Because they're different. The N is squared.
You literally just answered that correctly. Where did you go? Foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? Y'all didn't get that joke. It's okay. It's fine.
What is that joke?
He knew what he was doing like 2 seconds ago. And that's what Paul says to the Galatians, because people led him astray. It's a very unique letter in the Bible. Usually Paul's letters go to, he has a greeting, then he has something like a creed or doxology, and then he has a prayer after that. Praise the Lord for how great he is and all the things. But in Galatians, he's like, all right, this is what we believe. What the heck is wrong with you? That's basically how Galatians goes. So, anyway, Jace, are those like terms? Why not? Yeah. So we can't combine n squared terms with n terms. Good. What other questions do we have? Don't worry, Internet. This isn't public school. I can talk about Jesus all I want.
Yeah.
You actually can talk about it in public school too, as long as the kids bring it up. It's fine. You just can't preach one particular religion as the thing. But if somebody brings it up and it's like, are you a Christian? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And don't let your influenced parents and more likely grandparents tell you, oh my gosh, they don't say the Pledge of Allegiance in school anymore. Yes, they do. Every day. Every single day. What other questions do we have?
It goes in my head because of how much we get.
You memorize it.
What questions do we have?
34, please.
Sure. Notice I didn't say idiot parents. I said influenced parents. That's a difference. That's a difference. I mean, everybody's an idiot every now and again. That's definitely true. Okay, so we're asked to find f of 6, and they tell us up in the destructions that f of x equals negative 2x minus 3. So, what do we do? Are you good? What do we do now?
You replace the x with parentheses.
Sounds great. Let's do that. Now what? Wow, y'all sound so excited about it.
I'm ecstatic right
Now what do we do, Blue?
now. I knew this like it's negative 12.
How'd you get that? Times 6 is what you meant to say, but yeah. Negative 12. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of the unalived. The person is unalived. They're dead! It's sad. It's tragic. Whoever they are. Your grandma died. She didn't get unalived. What kind of stupid. What kind of. Your generation says unalived. Anyway. I mean, don't be insensitive to somebody. Like, if their grandma really did just die, then, like, be sensitive about it. But it's not sensitive to say, I'm sorry, your grandma was unalived. Like, how is that more sensitive? That's stupid. What should we do now? I told y'all I was in a mood. What now?
Negative 12 minus.
Negative 12 minus 3, which is?
You got negative 15.
Wow. So f of 6 equals negative 15. Great. What other questions do we have from this lesson?
I know, my brain is
No? Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Okay, so we wouldn't ka-chink it. You only ka-chink if the negatives are right next to each other. So if it was like negative 12 minus negative 3, then those would get ka-chink. So if the negatives are right next to each other. What? I did, because they're both negative, and when they're the same sign, you add and keep the sign. Good questions. What other questions from this set do we have? We can do 40 actually.
Honestly, I kind of just want to get time. But I don't want to fail them all.
Timed himself.
I did.
I'm confused. I thought there was like an 8 and
That's why you got a 16. If I'm in class,
Sorry, 65.
Hey, yo.
This is the weirdest scam conversation I've ever been involved in. Very strange.
we are strange.
No, not y'all.
They let you do what
On Facebook Messenger.
What happened?
Well, so there's a lot of different common scams, right? So if you're in a middle school mood and you're going to be sensitive to me saying words that are going to make you make you giggle or blush silly, then close your ears for a second. But one of the types of scams is a sexploitation scam, and it's not all scams are bad, but it's where they get you on and they're like, oh my gosh, I just got out of the shower. You want to video you? And then the idiot gets on there and they take a picture of them and they blackmail them and say, yeah, give us the money or we're going to show you like whatever. It's terrible. So I thought that was going to be what this scam was, and I was going to like block them after one message and whatever else and whatever. But then they started talking to me normal. But now, and then they were like, I want to see a picture of you, whatever, and so I sent a picture, whatever else, and then they send a picture, and it was like a weird picture, but now it's like they're a bot, and I'm responding with what and okay constantly. So I don't quite know what the scam, where we're going with this scam. Like, I don't quite understand. Like most of the scams that people are, it's like some crypto thing. Like they talk to you for like a week, and they're like, how's your day? You're doing great. All this thing. My uncle is a crypto guy, and he knows all this stuff. And if you give us $1,000, we'll make you $1 million. And then the idiots send them their money. That's what most of them are. And so I talk to them because then they're not talking to my grandmother or whoever, So I waste their time and do that. And so that's why I talk to scammers in the first place. But then this one is just weird. Like I don't understand where we're going with this scam. With this. Yeah. So we need to know what G is. I will warn you though, if you like that sounds fun, I'd like to randomly talk to scammers. Don't do it on like your cell phone number. Because I ended up buying RoboKiller or like permanently because I was getting so many calls a day. So don't do that. Don't even answer because you'll get on lists. Lots of them. Which you can get off of, but it's whatever.
My grandmother,
Sure, yeah, go get a Google number. Get a Google number just for the whatever.
her husband's number.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna report Matthias.
No, her husband's alive.
Okay, what should we do?
What problem is this?
It is 40.
Thank you.
What should we do?
Put in -6 in for the parentheses what you put in for x.
Okay, I'm gonna replace the X's with parentheses. That sounds great.
Don't be. I did. I went to bed at 11.
Okay, listen, Linda. Focus.
I'm not listening, Linda.
Have you all ever seen that video? That's like old display.
I've seen the commercial.
That little kid needs a spanking. Okay, you just know it just from watching the video. He needs a spanking or 2 or 10. What should we do now? Kids, focus. Fill it in with. Now what?
-6m squared.
-6m squared. What is -6 squared?